Welcome to Can Do Canine's Spring 2022 graduation. I'm Jeff Johnson, the Executive Director here at Can Do Canines, and I am so excited to be able to introduce you to 12 new partnerships between some truly amazing people and truly amazing dogs. Earlier today, we brought together these graduate teams along with their families and the volunteers who helped raise their dogs to view the video you're about to see. They had an opportunity to meet each other, celebrate together, and create some new connections. As we move further past COVID in the future, we'll figure out the best way to include more of you in future graduation ceremonies. But for now, thank you for joining us virtually to celebrate these new teams. Before you meet our new teams, I want to thank all of those who are responsible for making these graduations happen. Those who've donated puppies to us, those who've given medical care to these dogs, our army of volunteers who give a part of their lives training and loving these dogs, our generous donors who allow us to always provide our dogs free of charge, and our amazing staff of professionals here at Can Do Canines. And of course, we want to thank our clients for choosing us to partner with them as they enter this exciting new stage of their lives. Everyone's support is the reason we're able to share these inspirational new teams with you today. You'll hear next about each of these graduating teams from Mary Sue Kruger. She's a longtime supporter and former board president of Can Do Canines, and she'll narrate each team's awesome story to you now. Thank you for your support, and I hope you enjoy our Spring 2022 graduation.
Sue has spasticity and weakness in her leg. A cancer diagnosis and chemotherapy add to her weakness and prevent surgery on a herniated disc. Whisper is Sue's mobility assist dog, who helps Sue alleviate her constant fear of falling. The sweet yellow lab picks up her own toys so Sue won't trip over them during the night. She takes laundry out of the dryer, brings Sue a phone when she needs one, and helps pull off Sue's compression socks at night. Sue recalls one time when Whisper surprised her with a skill. She says, "I was having a hard time getting up off the floor and Whisper came and stood by me. I realized she wanted to help me by bracing," a skill that's now a regular practice. I'm in awe of the fosters, the prison trainers, and Can Do Canine staff who care for and train the dogs. It takes very special people to do all that they do. Congratulations to Mobility Assist Dog Teams Sue and Whisper. Nicole has spastic cerebral palsy and uses a power wheelchair. Astro is her successor mobility assist dog from Can Do Canines. The 3-year-old black lab is eager to help Nicole with every task of daily life. Picking up dropped items is a big one, Nicole says. "My flexibility is hindered due to surgical rods in my back. I can only bend so far." Astro also retrieves the items Nicole needs and opens and closes doors and drawers. In the kitchen, Astro opens the fridge and then hands Nicole the ingredients she points to with her grabber. Together they ride the bus to the library or the mall and happily answer people's questions about Can Do Canines. Nicole graduates from college in June. She hopes to become a writer. "I have this physical aspect of my life, but I am capable of doing a lot of things. It just requires help from a 4-legged friend. I appreciate Astro in ways I can't even express." Congratulations to successor Mobility Assist Dog Team, Nicole and Astro. A combination of cerebral palsy, hydrocephaly, and epilepsy puts Liv in danger of seizures and passing out. After a seizure in her college dorm room resulted in a 6-week hospital stay, Liv decided to stop jeopardizing her safety. Enter Clark, Liv's stately white poodle seizure assist dog. Clark fills Liv's need for a constant and hypoallergenic companion. Clark is trained to get help when Liv has a seizure. He retrieves dropped items and brings her medical bag when needed. Liv's painful headaches can worsen so much when she bends over that she can lose consciousness. Now she says, "I'll do laundry, and I won't have to bend over at all, and it's amazing." Liv humbly thanks everyone involved in making this happen, saying this new reality is giving me the opportunity to live my life the way every person should be able to. Congratulations to Seizure Assist Dog Team Liv and Clark. Michael was diagnosed with recurring relapsing MS in 2016. Xander is his mobility assist dog, who, according to Michael, keeps me on my feet. Michael used to spend a lot of time in his living room chair. I couldn't stand in place for very long, he says. Xander changed that. Michael didn't realize the extent of Xander's abilities, saying, "He actually had to help train me the first week I brought him home." Recalling the first time Xander helped him to a standing position, Michael says, "He just walked up and started doing it." Increased movement helps keep Michael from losing mobility in his limbs. Xander's other skills include retrieving shoes, tugging Michael's walker to him, and picking up items he drops. Michael says Xander's training is unbelievable. He's helpful in every way. He's gotten better and better every day. Congratulations to Mobility Assist Dog Team Michael and Xander. Annabelle was in elementary school when she started to exhibit symptoms of Friedreich's ataxia, a condition that affects some of the body's nerves. For Annabelle, this meant difficulty walking and an increased risk of falling and severely injuring herself. Vino is Annabelle's mobility assist dog. The 3-year-old yellow lab is her constant companion, easing Annabelle's fears of being alone if a fall occurs. He's trained to pick up items Annabelle drops, reducing her risk of falling when bending over. Prior to having Vino, she'd have to make extra trips back and forth between rooms to carry multiple items. Now, Vino shares the load. Annabelle is grateful to Can-Do Canine's supporters, saying, "I never would have Vino if it wasn't for them. I just think what they do is amazing." Congratulations to Mobility Assist Dog Team Annabelle and Vino. Carden and his Mobility Assist dog Vigo are the 800th assist dog team to graduate from Can-Do Canines. Carden has cerebral palsy, which causes muscle spasticity and balance issues. Vigo helps Carden with the tasks of everyday life. He retrieves Carden's shoes, opens and closes doors, and turns on the hall light for him. Vigo also helps Carden manage his muscle spasticity by lying on his legs and feet. The pressure helps stop spasms and stretches tight muscles. When he gets his master's degree in social work, Carden hopes to work with other people with disabilities using animal-assisted therapy to help reduce trauma. He says, "Dogs have always been a therapeutic presence in my life. I feel like the disabled community could benefit from that too." To those who raised and cared for Vigo, Carden says, "Thank you. I don't know where I would be without him." Congratulations to Carden and Mobility Assist dog Vigo. Jensen has a combination of medical diagnoses, including a neuromuscular disorder, ovarian cancer, and other conditions. Zolia is her mobility assist dog who helps Jensen with everything from dressing to bracing to help Jensen stand back up if she falls. Jensen says, "I face a lot of unknowns every day. When new symptoms arise, it can be frightening. The combination of everything took away my independence." With Zolia's help, Jensen is finding new ways to cope with her physical and emotional challenges. Recently, Zolia learned how to stretch Jensen's shoulders and arms by gently lying across them. Increased freedom and decreased fear means a lot to Jensen and her husband Jeff. They're grateful to the Can-Do Canines volunteers and trainers who made Zolia the mobility assist dog she is today. Congratulations to Mobility Assist Dog Team Jensen and Zolia. Sadie has chronic migraine headaches as well as a connective tissue disorder. These conditions cause pain, fatigue, dizziness, and fainting. Harry is Sadie's mobility assist dog who helps her stand and stay standing. Harry brings Sadie whatever she needs, from getting drink bottles to picking up clothes. His skills help Sadie save the energy she needs to get through her day. She's able to be more active. The third-year art major says, "I feel more comfortable being alone out in public now, knowing I have Harry by my side to help." Harry has also given her the confidence to study abroad this summer, something she never thought possible. Sadie says, "I'm incredibly thankful to have Harry. He's so in tune to my emotions as well as my health. He's been such an amazing addition to my life." Congratulations to Mobility Assist Dog Team Sadie and Harry. Isaac has autism and loves to be on the move. Boris is Isaac's autism assist dog, who keeps him from bolting away from his mother Celia when they're out and about. Before Boris, one quick look away from Isaac gave him time to run. Now going out in public is a different experience. Celia shares, "I don't have to worry because he's tethered to Boris. It seems small, but it's a really huge relief to know my child isn't going to get hit by a car just for doing everyday normal things." Isaac is more motivated with Boris around, taking an active role in his care and feeding. At night, Isaac decompresses in his room while cuddling with Boris. Celia says, "I'm grateful for the time and resources that went into training Boris. We went from being a family that's stuck inside to a family that's able to go out in the community and do so safely." Congratulations to Autism Assist Dog Team Isaac and Boris. Jessie, a college sophomore, was diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy at age 1. She uses a wheelchair and has limited movement in her arms. Athena is Jessie's mobility assist dog, who frees her from the need to depend on others for help. Athena excels at picking up her own toys, opening the fridge so Jessie can grab a snack, retrieving Jessie's cell phone, and many other tasks. One helpful skill is Athena's ability to correct Jessie's wheelchair joystick position if it moves to the side. When Jessie's foot falls off her footrest, Athena uses her nose to put it back. Jessie says, "I love watching how excited she gets to do everything. I barely finish saying the cue and she's already doing it." Jessie's grateful for the independence Athena gives her, saying, "Thank you to everyone who took the time to do all this for me and other people." Congratulations to Mobility Assist Dog Team Jessie and Athena. Nyleeva was born profoundly deaf and relied on hearing aids as she grew up. But hearing aids take in a variety of noises that can be overwhelming. Yasmin is Nyleeva's hearing assist dog, who helps her make sense of what she hears and alerts her so she doesn't miss an important sound. Yasmin sounds the alarm when Nyleeva needs to be aware of a door knock, a smoke alarm, a person calling her name, and more. With Yasmin by her side, this self-described active social justice warrior is more comfortable at community events because she doesn't have to concentrate so hard on sorting out the sounds around her. She explains, "I love to be a voice for the voiceless, just as Yasmin loves to provide her voice to help Nyleeva." Nyleeva is grateful to Can Do Canines donors, volunteers, and trainers for their support, saying, "Thank you. Y'all make it possible for us to live our lives to the fullest." Congratulations to Hearing Assist Dog Team Nyleeva and Yasmin. Sam has postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, POTS. When she changes position, like sitting to standing, her blood pressure will suddenly drop, causing her to feel unbalanced and faint. Her mobility assist dog Jefferson alleviates her symptoms by positioning himself to help raise her blood pressure. He acts as a counterbalance when they're out walking, helping to keep her upright. One of his most important jobs is getting Sam water when she's feeling faint. She can't stand up until she drinks. Sam says it can be demobilizing, knowing you don't feel good but not feeling like you can get up and fix it. With Jefferson around to fix it, Sam feels more hopeful and more independent. With a master's degree in art, she has the confidence to try for an artist residency thanks to Jefferson. She thanks everyone who supports Can Do Canines, saying, "I'm so much more excited about life than I was a year ago." Congratulations to Mobility Assist Dog Team Sam and Jefferson.